Despite the joyful conclusion, Bridgerton Season 2 raises some major concerns, the solutions to which may be found in the Bridgerton novels. In today's video, we will be talking about burning Bridgerton Season 2 fan questions. Bridgerton Season 2 left a slew of unsolved questions in its wake, despite a 6-month time leap. Bridgerton Season 2 has the oldest Bridgerton son, Anthony, Jonathan Bailey, struggling to resist the temptations of Kate Sharma, based on Julia Quinn's second Bridgerton novel, The Viscount Who Loved Me, Simone Ashley. As Lady Whistledown continues to fire the rumor mill of Regency-era London, this relationship is fought right from the start in Bridgerton Season 2, with multiple character arcs concluding on exciting cliffhangers before Bridgerton Season 3. Chris Van Deusen's contemporary take on London's Regency era, now in its second season, continues to get outstanding reviews. Bridgerton has received accolades for its decision to modernize Quinn's works and show a racially diverse version of late Georgian society with elegance, in addition to its magnificent visual design and seductive tales. With the series officially renewed for a third and fourth season as far back as April 2021, Van Dusen and team have been able to create an enormous narrative for Netflix's Bridgerton via Twitter. While Bridgerton Season 2 has a joyful conclusion thanks to Kate and Anthony's beautiful marriage, the Netflix series leaves a lot of unsolved mysteries that will stick with you for a long time. Quinn's Bridgerton novels provide many of the answers to these questions, with Bridgerton already taking story aspects from The Viscount Who Loved Me, An Offer from a Gentleman, and Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, books 3, 4, and 5 respectively. As a consequence, these are the most pressing unsolved concerns from Bridgerton Season 2 and what the books say about the upcoming Bridgerton Season 3. Why does Colin make negative remarks about Penelope? Colin Bridgerton, Luke Newton, starts warming up to the notion of Penelope Featherington, Nicola Coughlan, as a love interest in Bridgerton Season 2, with the third Bridgerton son declaring that Penelope is important to him. However, in the penultimate episode of Bridgerton Season 2, The Viscount Who Loved Me, Penelope overhears Colin tell his peers that he would never court her, putting an end to their burgeoning affair. This scathing statement seems out of place for Colin's normally emotionally astute character, making viewers question if there's other off-screen elements impacting his thoughts toward Penelope. Bridgerton on Netflix introduces Colin and Penelope's romance with a jumpstart by sowing the seeds of the romance in Season 2, although Colin and Penelope do not begin their adventure until Book 4 of Julia Quinn's novels. Colin discovers that Penelope is the gossip writer Lady Whistledown in Romancing Mr. Bridgerton, which throws their newly established relationship into disarray until Colin decides to marry Penelope anyhow. While there are little hints as to why Colin talks badly of Penelope in Bridgerton Season 2, expect to see Colin and Penelope reconcile in Bridgerton Season 3. Will Edwina have the opportunity to meet Prince Frederick? Bridgerton on Netflix further develops Edwina's, Charithra Chandran's character, by having the Sharma sister fall in love with, then almost marry Anthony Bridgerton before Viscount acts on his affections for Kate. While Edwina's love chances appear to be bleak despite her blessing for Anthony and Kate in Bridgerton Season 2, Queen Charlotte, Golda Rochevelle, gives her a lifeline by claiming she wishes to link Edwina up with her nephew, Prince Frederick of Prussia, Freddie Stroma. Edwina looks enthusiastic and receptive to this possible coupling, raising the issue that perhaps Bridgerton Season 3 will go into further depth about this unforeseen romance. Edwina in the live-action adaptation is already a different possibility than her literary equivalent, with Julia Quinn's Edwina only contemplating a relationship with Anthony for a brief while before their chemistry fades. Edwina is instead an attractive option for London's ton suitors in the Bridgerton volumes, with the novels characterizing her as being courted by gentlemen every day. This Edwina meets Mr. Bagwell, with whom she falls passionately in love midway through The Viscount Who Loved Me, but she never meets the novel version of Frederick. As a result, this possible romance may be pushed aside for Bridgerton Season 3, as Queen Charlotte seeks for the third time in as many many seasons to marry off her nephew. Could the Sharma family come back for Season 3 of Bridgerton? One striking feature of Van Dusen's Bridgerton adaptation is how well the Netflix series cycles its key cast members, bringing new Bridgerton siblings into the forefront as Julia Quinn's novel does. The way Daphne Bridgerton, Phoebe Dynevor, is treated in the series exemplifies this, as she goes from being a crucial pillar of Bridgerton Season 1's tale to a somewhat tertiary character in Season 2. With Kate traveling on their honeymoon with Edwina's role in the series' love triangle played out, many fans assumed the Sharma family would be absent from Bridgerton Season 2. Unfortunately for Sharma lovers, Julia Quinn's works seem to indicate that this is also the case. After the events of The Viscount Who Loved Me, the Sheffield family, whose name was altered for the Netflix series, is rarely seen again in the Bridgerton novels, with future Bridgerton seasons doubtful to dwell on the family in great depth again. What will be the Featherington heirs' next steps? The arrival of Lord Jack, Rupert Young, the Featherington successor, is one of Bridgerton Season 2's most tense moments, with the heir ultimately showing to be as cunning as the late Baron Featherington, Ben Miller. Portia, Polly Walker, finally chooses the protection of her family above Lord Jack's, but not before engaging in various scams with the con artist, including forging jewelers' paperwork. With the bogus Featherington heir's next move more veiled in secrecy, this raises the important question of how Jack will choose to react in Bridgerton Season 3. Because Julia Quinn's novels do not contain this specific Featherington heir storyline, it's difficult to make predictions next with Jack. But Bridgerton viewers should expect more devious machinations as Baron Featherington's cousin tries to reclaim the family riches. Is Benedict's dream of becoming an artist still a possibility? Benedict Bridgerton is having trouble finding his way in London's art scene in one of the more heartbreaking Bridgerton Season 2 tales. In Bridgerton Season 2, Episode 3, A Bee in Your Bonnet, Benedict learns that he has been accepted into the prestigious Royal Academy Art School, only to learn later that Anthony's large contribution was the deciding factor in his acceptance. Benedict appears to swear off artwork in the Bridgerton Season 2 conclusion, forfeiting his seat at the Royal Academy, depressed by this news. The second Bridgerton brother embarks on a voyage of self-discovery in Julia Quinn's novel An Offer from a Gentleman, which sheds further insight on Benedict's career as a developing artist. While Benedict's complete creative history is described in the third Bridgerton novel, implying that he begins painting later, he still feels like an imposter in the art world, until his love interest, Sophie Beckett, inspires him to paint again. With the third season of Bridgerton scheduled to interpret An Offer from a Gentleman, it's safe to assume Benedict isn't through with painting. His inspiration is yet to emerge in Netflix's Bridgerton. What does it mean when Kate says Anthony vexes her? Because Kate tells Anthony, "You vex me," it's one of the most memorable lines from Bridgerton Season 2, but some fans don't seem to understand what it means. Unlike Daphne and Simon's romance in Season 1 of the hit Netflix series, Anthony and Kate's relationship starts with open hostility. When Kate reveals that Anthony vexes her in Bridgerton Season 2, Episode 4, their hate, which has grown into something far more, comes to a climax. Anthony Bridgerton, the eldest Bridgerton son, is focused on marrying only for the sake of duty, and Kate Sharma is quick to object to him courting her younger sister Edwina. In Episode 4, Edwina pushes Kate to spend time with Anthony in an attempt to improve their relationship. Both go hunting together, aggravating each other the whole time, and then have a dance later that night. They had a furious dispute later in private, during which Kate's phrase was spoken. But in Bridgerton, what does vex mean? When Kate states in Bridgerton Season 2 that Anthony vexes her, she is essentially confessing that he irritates or frustrates her. The term vex is derived from the Latin verb vexare, which means to irritate or harass. Because vex may come to express various similar, but not quite the same notions, its use in this Bridgerton incident evokes a significantly stronger sense than just stating Anthony irritates Kate. In other words, Kate is conveying how Anthony makes her feel a slew of negative emotions at the same time, and all she knows is that these sensations are intense and she does not like them. As Kate and Anthony constantly bicker and rile each other up during Season 2, such a statement moment is a perfect description of their relationship. That's all we have for today's video. What did you think about Bridgerton Season 2? Did you get some of your questions answered? Let us know what you think below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get a notification when we post.